What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for day number 5 of our brand new HeroClix unboxing series for the brand new set, DC's Lantern Legacy. You can see everything that we pulled over the first 4 days right here in front of me. 3 super rares, some really great heroes, some really great villains, some really cool storylines touched on. The legacy portion of Lantern Legacy could be in reference to JSA and Alan Scott and all the old school heroes that we've been seeing in this set, or the legacy that they have pushed forward into the future of DC. We see a lot of lanterns here wearing multiple rings, so that's a big theme in this set. We've got, of course, our Prime that we pulled yesterday with Guy Gardner wearing both the green and the red rings. Very cool on the outside of the box. We see Guy using multiple colors as well. The chase theme, I don't actually know what else could be with White Lantern Superman and Sinestro Batman here, but maybe, I don't know, Elseworlds Tales, big splashy moments, any of these things, futures that could have been, characters wearing rings that are surprising. I'm not 100% sure. What I can say is I really hope today we pull a couple of lanterns we haven't seen yet. It's really cool that we've gotten this many Hals and this many Kyles, but at the same time, I can't help but wish that I had like some of my other favorite characters. I'd love to see Salak again, of course, being a Blue Lantern fan, Brother Worth, or Saint Walker, any of the Blue Lanterns that have popped up over time. The new Warriors gave me some hope that maybe we'd get a brand new Saint Walker, maybe a Glomulus. We've gotten Bleeze through, the Legacy card, but there is Monk from the Indigo Tribe. There are a lot of characters out there that are very important in the world of the Green Lantern since Green Lantern Rebirth that we aren't seeing in this set. So I just want to continue to see new characters. Maybe Ganthet. Ganthet could be pretty cool as far as the little Guardians go. And then some of the big villains that happened after, Blackest Night. I think War of the Green Lanterns, such a cool story with them battling against Krona, the original bad, Guardian, who decides that he's going to take back over the entire universe. He ends up taking the Green Lantern Corps all for himself, mind controlling them all, using all of the powers of the different emotional spectrum. We also had Relic. We also had Invictus. We also had Godhead, so we could have some of the new gods and some of those characters as well. I mean, Orion is a rage monster all his own. Orion with a red ring. That'd be really cool. There's just so many different ways you can go with this. Super happy with everything we pulled so far, but hoping to see some surprises on day 5 here. Set comes out in July. Don't know the exact date just yet. Reach out to your local comic shops and your local gaming stores because they'll probably know by the time this unboxing video series releases. However, it's early June right now, and WizKids just doesn't have a date. Okay, hey, we got a new ring bearer here. We did get another Kyle Rayner. This Kyle Rayner is Black Lantern Kyle Rayner, which we have also seen in the books on rare occasion. He was the White Lantern for so long, but the Black Lantern turn was pretty important. We got a Black Lantern Reanimate, which we've seen already. We've got Sandman, which we did see already. Man, I was hoping to get some different JSA in that slot. However, we did get a brand new construct, well, a brand new color for a construct in this red sword. We've seen a couple of swords already, White Lantern and Indigo. Now I have the red. I don't have a red ring, so boo on that. But we also get Gnort. Oh man, I hope we get Budig or Badge in this set as well. He plays a pretty big part in a lot of these different stories. So we've seen a lot from the era of Jeff Johns' run, but Gnort actually played a pretty cool character in, man, let me see if I can plot out when these different Lantern stories are told. Right before and after Future State, Green Lantern was really led by John Stewart and Jo Mullein from Far Sector. And Gnort played a really cool role in all of that. He was way less of the aw shucks, I mess everything up kind of lantern that he was of old. Gnort really kind of came into books as you know, a funny sidekick to some of the lanterns. As a matter of fact, Hal Jordan was appalled when Gnort showed up trying to help him with the problem. He's like, you don't realize the mess that you are about to be in having Gnort here. So it was cool to see a more battle-hardened Gnort in those stories. And actually, he sacrificed himself, and he has a huge statue on Oa for himself as a fallen hero, which was a really cool turn for Gnort. So we've seen the Black Lantern reanimate. We've got Kyle Rayner, Black Lantern. We've seen Sandman. So let's just take a quick look at what the red sword does. Like I said, we've already seen the construct. If you missed it, you can go ahead and go back to you know, the first couple of days to see how the white and the indigo look. But we'll just take a peek at the power one more time. Slashing light, blades, claws, fangs. When sword uses it, instead roll 2d6 and choose 1 to be the result. That is just nasty. So nasty. Can deal so much damage. On the back are the rules, of course, if you need to reacquaint yourself with them. And that is that for the red sword. I'm very excited to get another Black Lantern reanimate. I mean, anybody who bids on this to win it in the auction is going to get a number of good generics, and you're going to want as many as you can get because the spawning nature of all of the Lantern recruits and the reanimates, very, very cool, and they're all pretty dangerous in their own right. So super excited to see that. Okay, here comes Kyle Rayner, Black Lantern style. Black Lantern Corps, Herald, and Monster. Set 17A, Death of the Artist. Stealth. When Kyle Rayner damages an opposing character after resolutions, generate a grave hindering terrain marker. Lots of these Black Lanterns are generating these grave markers. A grave mistake. When Kyle Rayner attacks before rolling for the attack, KO any opposing bystanders within 4 squares that are occupying any grave terrain markers. This one has charge, blades, claws, impervious, shape change, a range of 4 with 2 targets. On the back, you can see Green Lantern Corps number 42 is the significant appearance. Now, yesterday when I pulled the Guy Prime, I freaked out about the activation for him to come in on the sideline before I read his power. His power means that he'll be taking some clicks as well as dealing some damage when he comes in from your sideline. But the thing about that card is, and I forgot to talk about it yesterday, I just wanted to take a beat right now and bring it up, is it's called "And Now I'm Gonna Kill All of You," and it's when an opposing character KOs a friendly character, the Green Lantern keyword. The moment that he goes full Rage Monster is the moment that Kyle sacrifices himself to save the universe, dies in front of everyone, and then his Green Lantern ring says Green Lantern deceased, and it goes to search to find a replacement. And Guy is pissed. He tries to catch Kyle's ring. He says, no, this is Kyle's ring. It's not allowed to go anywhere else. At this point, Guy has dealt with so much loss throughout the entire run of stories leading up to that point that it just breaks inside of him and the rage just comes out. And that's the first appearance of that rage red lantern monster Guy Gardner that we get. Such cool flavor text. Whoever designed that, I just want to give you your props. 100% give you your props on that. Such a cool conversion of that moment in the comics to a power on a dial. Really, really neat. Okay, Gnort. Gnort has this green base as well that so many of them do. He looks great. I love this little pose. I always wondered if he's supposed to look like John Candy's character in Spaceballs. It's always been you know, in the back of my mind. Is that maybe what he's patterned after? I'm not sure. Set number 30 comes in at 40 points. Green Lantern Corps, Justice League, Animal, and Herald. I always wanted to be somebody's sidekick. Oh, yep. Willpower. When establishing theme teams, choose a keyword a character on your starting force has, and Gnort gains that keyword. The Corps has laws against trans-dimensional portals. When an opposing character is placed within 4 squares of Gnort, after resolutions, give that character an action token. He's got Force Blast. He's got a special power on the back of his card, Ring-a-Ding. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. Gnort can use the resulting effect until your next turn. On a roll of 1 to 3, opposing characters within range modify their attack by -1. On a roll of 4 to 6, Gnort and adjacent friendly characters can use energy shield deflection. Gnort, Esplanade, Niesmacher. Appearance, Larfleeze number 10. Okay, I think that might be the last issue of the Larfleeze run. So there was a series of comics that spun out of the War of Light. And Larfleeze got his own book. The Red Lanterns got their own book, which was great. The Red Lantern run is so good. Larfleeze's run is cool. You figure out his history. Larfleeze's history is so cool. But you find out that Gnort's actually Larfleeze's cousin. So spoiler alert, if you didn't already know that, so cool. If you haven't gone back to read Larfleeze's history, go read his solo book or go just find his history online. Really, 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 really cool. Speaking of Larfleeze, here we have an Avarice of the Orange one-shot. When an opposing character fails to break away after resolutions, you may place that character up to 3 squares away from its current square. So that's great. I always fail breakaway as well. I always roll 1 or 2 on blades and always fail my breakaway. I gotta find one die that I can count on, just one. Just need one die that I can roll by itself that I can count on to do some breakaway. That's all. Okay, let's open up our last booster, and then we will get to the remaining legacy cards in this set. So we've gotten 3 legacy cards within the boosters. We've gotten 1 within the Play at Home kit and 1 in the release day kit. So we still have 17 to cover. I wish I was getting 17. 17. But at least you know that you can get them inside the boosters. And I will get 1 additional card here. So, hey, I mean, 4 legacy cards in my brick, just naturally in the brick. Ugh. So that's something, man. That's something good, actually. You know what? Let's open this up now, actually, before we look at what's in here, because we did pull a chase, and I think you guys already saw it, but is what it is. The legacy card that I pulled, oh, cool. One that I haven't had yet, and we'll look at the card in just a moment here. It's Dr. Midnight. It's L48A. Very cool. I didn't expect Dr. Midnight. That's cool. That's a JSA. That's part of that JSA throwback stuff. Very cool. Okay. In the meantime, let's look at our last booster before we jump in to the legacy cards. That was just a little tease for you guys, a little legacy card tease. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, I'm so excited about this. This is really cool. We get Glomulus. Yeah, Glommy! I mean, it says Orange Lantern Construct, but come on. Look at that guy. He's got 3 legs. He's got a fat little body. That is Glomulus all the way. Super excited about that. Oh, okay. I didn't expect this guy. I mean, I know him, but really interesting choice here. We've got Des Trevius. Oh, yes. Awesome. We've talked about this girl a lot today, and we actually have her. Simon Baz's partner in crime for a little while, became a Yellow Lantern later. That is Jessica Cruz. We'll explain all of that in just a moment. This is a very yellow pack here. We've got a white chain. And last but not least, I know, Glommy, I love you. But last but not least, we got our chase, and it's actually the one that we saw on the back of the box. It is the Sinestro Corps Batman. One of the coolest single pages that anybody saw in Green Lantern for a very long time, when Batman was told he is capable of instilling great fear and was offered a Sinestro Corps ring. So our last pack of this entire run, no duplicates in it. That's craziest to me. All right, let's look at the constructs first. We'll look at the chain, which you've already seen, but this one is white. Just looks like a clear juji fruit or a jujube. Looks like a candy. I want to eat it. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry at the end of these. Okay, the chain wrapped up When chain hits, hit characters have a speed value of 0 until your next turn. Has incapacitate. Look at that, 13 attack. Holy jeez. That's crazy. That is a white construct. Unfortunately, I didn't get a white ring today. Ugh. I did get 4, though. I got 4 rings. So 4 rings, 4 legacy cards in my brick. Very cool. All right, I'll throw this down here. All right, let's look at Glommy next. Here comes Glomulus. I'm going to refuse to call him. Oh, wait, actually, Sculpt? Maybe there's like a clear orange Glomulus somewhere in the set. This is the Orange Lantern construct, though. Set number 13. 40 or 15 points, just like all the rest of the recruits and reanimates. This one is a construct. Orange Lantern Core and Monster. New recruit. For all characters with this trait, when Orange Lantern construct or adjacent friendly character with the Orange Lantern keyword KOs an opposing character after resolutions, generate a Lantern Legacy Set number 13 Orange Lantern construct on its red starting line adjacent to a friendly character with the Orange Lantern Core keyword. Some sidestep, some poison, some shape change, 3 natural damage, not too shabby there. On the back, Orange Lantern Core Identity Stolen. Plasticity. When an opposing character within 4 squares and line of fire uses sidestep after resolutions, Orange Lantern construct may move up to 2 squares. Oh, I love it. All right, so somebody goes to move away from you, and you're like, nah, I'm still coming. Oh, look at me, I'm still gonna come and get you. Here I go, you sidestep, I stepped. Dude, this guy's awesome. I love him. Oh, Glommy. Man, in the new Guardians, guys, Glommy doesn't make it. And in the moment that Glommy doesn't make it, man, Kyle Rayner has never been more sad. Even when his girlfriend Alex was shoved in a fridge, I'm not sure he was more sad than when Glommy bit the dust. I'm telling y'all, you could see it. You could see so much sadness in his eyes. Glommy was the best. Pour one out. Rip Glommy. Okay, Des Trevius. We'll take a look at this guy. Des Trevius from a different planet. He's not from Earth, even though he looks a little bit like an Earthling. He's got Sinestro Core, Assassin, Herald, Warrior keywords, set number 20A. So we're getting another version of him, probably red Lantern Core, if I remember correctly. 50 or 30 points. Has a range of 4. The target. Oh, the target's back. Assassin. Yeah, of course. At the beginning of the game, for all friendly characters with this trait, give a target token to an opposing character. For all characters with this trait, when a friendly character with the Assassin keyword KOs an opposing character with the target token, score 25 victory points. We have seen this a lot. Stalking the Realms of Lords on the back. When establishing theme teams, friendly characters with the Sinestro Core keyword gain the Assassin keyword. Oh, he's making all of your Sinestro Core members assassins. Oh, ouch. Okay, maybe that's why he's in this set. Maybe not so much because of the character himself, but because of what this character could offer to the rest of the Yellow Lanterns in the set. Okay, Des Trevius. It's from a planet where, nobility and hierarchy all played a very, very large role. He fell in love. I think he fell in love with somebody from a royal family. They weren't allowed to be together. They did it anyway. It was discovered, his mate was killed, and he became horrible. He became an assassin. He was just taking out the royal family on his home planet over and over and over again, and he became one of Sinestro's top lieutenants in the Sinestro Corps when the Sinestro Corps first started. I also believe that he became a Red Lantern at some point. I could be wrong. Quote me on it, but I think it's probably red. We're probably going to get a version of him that's red or a different character altogether. We could get a different character as the B on that. Okay, we've talked about Jessica Cruz a lot. Here we go, boom. But she's not a Green Lantern in this. She is a Sinestro Corps member. Set number 22A, Sinestro Corps, Herald, Marksman. Beware your fears made into light. Perplex, but only to negatively modify combat values. A new ring, a new mission. Energy Explosion. When Jessica Cruz uses it, hit targets of less points than Jessica Cruz are given an action token. You can see some charge there. 11 attacks. She's 60 points, just as much as Kyle. On the back, you can see Green Lantern 2021 Annual. That was a very cool issue. I believe that was written by Jeffrey Thorne. This particular section of the Green Lantern Corps and the Green Lantern history. Takes place in that like 2020, 2021 range, where the Guardians have decided that they should no longer be in sole charge of the Green Lanterns, that the Green Lanterns can't possibly police the entire universe. There is something called the UP, the United Planets. I think it's the United Planets. It's like Thanagar, so there's a lot of Hawk people involved. But all of these other planets are fed up with the Lanterns causing all this trouble across the universe, and they want them to fall in line. They want Oa to be a part of this greater treaty where all these worlds are involved in policing together, not just the Green Lantern Corps saying, hey, we're here, we're in charge. As soon as they're voted into the Union, because they have to have a big vote for it, the central power battery is blown up. A team of assassins is sent to Oa. They kill almost all the Guardians. And every Green Lantern across the universe is all of a sudden depowered, including John Stewart and 300 other Lanterns who have ventured into this lost sector of the universe, this dark system that they've never really been to before because of treaties and rules, much like Okara was off limits to the Green Lantern Corps because of a handshake deal that Larfleeze and the Guardians made, so they weren't allowed to go to the Vega system for a very long time, and Larfleeze was able to do whatever he wanted to in the Vega system. Same thing kind of happened here. But all these Green Lanterns that are lost in space become powerless. A lot of them die, never recovered. Jessica Cruz ends up with her Green Lantern ring not working any longer, and ends up joining the Sinestro Corps as a part of it. I think in that annual issue actually is when it happens. Very, very cool confrontation between her and Hal, where Hal can't believe that she's become a Yellow Lantern. The thing is Hal somehow creates his own energy, his own ring. He's one of the last remaining Green Lanterns not affected by the power battery being blown up. Him, Jo Mullein, John Stewart eventually becomes able to control power again from willpower and the green end of the energy spectrum, but no power battery means the rest of them can't do it. So very, very cool. I love that she's a yellow ring here. Unfortunately, it feels like that storyline was just abandoned when Dark Crisis happened. And I feel like a lot of DC did that. Dark Crisis came and kind of just wiped a bunch of really cool ideas off the map, and I haven't seen them since. So hopefully they'll go back and revisit that time. That being said, our last figure for the unboxing series is none other than Batman, capable of causing great fear in others. Batman family, Gotham City, Sinestro Corps, detective, herald, martial artist, and scientist keyword set number 53. Comes in at 100 or 60 points with the split dial here. High attack value, high defense value, high damage value, 4 damage with outwit on the front end of the dial here. Flock of yellow bats, perplex. When Batman uses it, targeted characters can't use improved targeting abilities until your next turn. Opposing lines of fire to friendly characters within 3 squares of Batman are hindered. On the back, beware your power, energy explosion. Batman deals penetrating damage to opposing characters of less points than him. Oh my gosh, penetrating energy explosion for anybody under 100 points. Yeesh. Woo! Time to beware mine. Stop. Combat reflexes. Invincible. When this click is revealed, after resolutions, remove an action token from Batman and give an action token to an opposing character within range. Okay. Stop click. How many does he have? 2. 1 on click number 3 and 1 on click number 8. Oh, that's pretty nasty. That is pretty nasty. He's at the Batman ally team ability, granting him stealth. So very, very cool. That is the chase that we pulled. Didn't give us any more clues to what the chase theme is, but maybe it's people who aren't lanterns who control rings. Although, I gotta tell you, that guy Gardner sculpt on the outside, we didn't see the Lex Luthor. I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, Ultraviolet Sinestro? No, it doesn't work though, because the Spectre's on that side. I was just saying, some of those look like they could be chases too. I mean, especially that guy. I mean, that guy Gardner on the, here, I'm just gonna pick up this and show you guys this one more time before we look at all the legacy figures. I mean, this guy right here, he's a super rare, or maybe he could be a chase. I don't know, super rare or maybe a chase for the Sinestro Ultraviolet. I don't know. Super rare probably for Lex. I don't know. Anyway, that does it for the figures that we are unboxing in this Lantern Legacy run. Very cool set. Lots of things happening, though. I mean, I'm talking legacy cards, one-shots, team-up cards, constructs. Whew, there is a lot going on. Speaking of legacy cards, though, earlier I pulled Dr. Midnight. Let's take a look at his card. This will be the last card that we look at before we look at all the rest of the figures that we have for this. And where is this Dr. Midnight? There he is with his owl. There we go. Here's the figure. L48A. He comes from the Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls set. Has Black Lantern Corps, Justice Society, Animal, Monster, Past, and Scientist keywords. A darker time as a trait. Once per turn for all characters with this trait. If a character replaces its defense value with Dr. Midnight's or Hootie's after resolutions, you may heal that character one click. Ooh, so instead of a simpler time for the other JSA figures we pulled in this set, a darker time. Hootie. Free. Once per game, generate a Hootie bystander adjacent to any grave terrain marker within 4 squares. Hootie gains all of Dr. Midnight's keywords. On the back, Blackest Night Bombs. Smoke Cloud as free. When Dr. Midnight uses it at the beginning of your next turn, when those markers are removed, generate a grave-hindering terrain marker in a square, a smoke marker, last occupied. Has JSA. Hootie pops out. Hootie's got an 18 defense with defend. Very, very cool. Has a little bit of exploit weakness as well there. Ooh, this undead Hootie is kind of nasty. Hootie and the Midnights. There we go. That is the last legacy card that we're going to be looking at as far as unveiling the card and what it does. But like I said, we have some other figures. We're going to fire it up and start showing you who, and I mean, it's a lot. So I'm going to take a peek. I'm going to cheat a little bit and look at my computer. They sent me a little list of figures here. So first and foremost, we start with Beast Boy. Again, we've got a Beast Boy Dolphin in this set that allows you to transform into other Beast Boys. This Beast Boy is from DC's 75th anniversary, and he's set number 14. Set number 14 for that Beast Boy. The next piece we're going to look at is the Weaponer of Qward. The Weaponer of Qward, the one that created Sinestro's first Sinestro ring and did so many other things in the name of the Sinestro Corps. He comes from War of Light, and he is set number 25. That is set number 25 for the Weaponer of Qward. The next one we are going to look at, if I can find him here, is Sodom Yat. Sodom Yat, such a cool character. This one is from the War of Light. He's set number 26 from the War of Light. Sodom Yat is a Daxamite. Basically, the powers of Superman in the form of a Green Lantern. Lots of really cool stuff. I'd love to talk more about his story sometime. Hopefully we'll get him in another set. The next figure that we have, unfortunately, is one of the ones that was broken for me. So I'll just kind of hold her here for you. This is Miri Riem, otherwise known as a Star Sapphire. You can kind of see her face there. Unfortunately, I can't get her to stand up. But Miri Riem is also from War of Light, and she is number 32. Rip Miri Riem from the War of Light. The next one is also from the War of Light. It's Sister Circe of the Blue Lantern Corps. Sister Circe of the Blue Lantern Corps. Oh, she has like webs on her. Jeez. That one, oof. Dusty. Oh my God, is she Black Lantern or what? Anyway, Sister Circe. Number 33 from War of Light. Number 33 from the War of Light. Okay, the next one that we will look at here is Starman. If I can find him. Actually, maybe I dropped him somewhere. come back to me. Oh, here he is. Never mind, I found him. There he is. All right, sorry about that, guys. Starman. Starman is from Superman and the Legion of Superheroes. Set number 34. That Starman sculpt is so awesome. That is such a good sculpt. The next one that we are going to have is a peanut-based figure, and it's one of the ones I was hoping to pull in this set, but Carousel. Carousel is the next one that we have. She is from the War of Light, set number 38. Set number 38 for Carousel from War of Light. The next one also comes from War of Light, and it's everybody's little favorite puking cat, Dexstar. Dexstar is so awesome. The right-hand pet of Atrocitus, basically like if Atrocitus was Claw from Inspector Gadget, this is the cat that Claw is always petting. Oh, get your Green Lantern. The next one that we have is actually not from War of Light, and this is Al Jordan from Elseworlds. You can see he's got his little lamp there. He's got the smoke coming up out of it. Al Jordan from Elseworlds is the next legacy figure that we will have carded here. All right. Unfortunately, I've got another broken piece who was not broken until today, and I am pretty crushed about it. We have Parallax, Hal Jordan himself. Hal Jordan, set number 41 from War of Light. Hal Jordan, Parallax from War of Light, and that is set number 41. He broke off his base. Rip Parallax, big time. The next one that we have is actually also from Elseworlds and is a Green Lantern. But this one is, I believe it was Lois Lane? I believe that was the Lois Lane Green Lantern, also from Elseworlds. Now we have a couple of on here that I unfortunately don't have. That Green Lantern is Elseworlds, set number 42. One that I do not have is, and you can come back to me for this, is the Power Ring from Justice League Trinity War. There are two sets that I cannot find. I know there are a couple of my Marvel sets too. After I had water damage, after I got everything back, I think there's a box or something that my clicks never came back to me. So Trinity War is one of the ones I don't have, unfortunately. That will be Power Ring, set number 44 from Justice League Trinity War. One that I do have is this Black Lantern version of Firestorm. Firestorm is from the War of Light, set number 48B. Set number 48B, Firestorm. The next one that we have is from Brave and the Bold, which was an incredible comic series for a very long time. This one also broke today. Unfortunately, you can see the Green Lantern kind of popped off the back. But he's making that little track for the Flash to run on, and it is the Flash and Green Lantern. Set number 48C from Brave and the Bold. Only a couple left here. Only two more on top of the ones that we've already opened today. Actually, only one more. This is the last one. This is Green Lantern God of Light. Green Lantern God of Light from Harley Quinn. Set number 64. Set number 64, Green Lantern God of Light. And I love that sculpt. I really, really love that sculpt. Such a good sculpt. We have one final piece, and unfortunately, I don't have it. It's Johnny Thunder from Joker's Wild. Joker's Wild is also a set that is just completely missing. I'm so sorry, folks, but out of 22 legacy cards in this set, I had 20 of them, so I'll take that. I'll take that as a win. Anytime you got 20 figures out of 22, woo, let me know in the comments down below if somebody out there has every single one of these pieces and is ready to go, all 22 of them. The set number 4, Johnny Thunder, is Joker's Wild, set number 53A. So I had 20 out of 22, and that concludes our entire unboxing series for Lantern Legacy. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love sharing these stories with you all. For those that watch and that aren't really into all the comic lore, I say thank you as well. But my job here is to get comic book fans who maybe have never played this game to come and try it out through their love of the comic book characters that I talk about with the story time with Scotty P. It's also to get lapsed players maybe to come back. You know, maybe they really love the Lantern stuff and they want to see who's in this set and they want to know the stories of those guys. I'm trying to get those guys to come back, trying to grow this community and this game any way that I can. I know there are other unboxings out there where people just talk about the meta impact or just show you the dials, and that's not me, but this is the role I play, and I thank you all so much for sticking with me and watching these series again and again and again. I love what we pulled today. I do wish we got a different chase just because, and look at me crying poverty after I pulled a chase. How dare I? But I did just want to see if I could give you guys an extra glimpse of what might be in the set. I always seem to get a chase that's on the back of the box. So sorry, no surprise there, but still the dial was incredible. Super excited about it. I love all these green bases that I see, just situated throughout my hero side, all the Green Lantern bases, so cool. I got a lot of Kyle Rayner. He's my favorite Lantern, so can't complain about that. That Mongol is gigantic. The Cyborg Superman, so cool. And of course, the super rare Alan Scott, cannot complain. That Sentinel is so cool. Thank you to WizKids for sharing with me this early once again. Again, guys, we are recording the first week of June. I don't actually know the release date, but your local comic shops and your local gaming stores will, so check in with them for the release date and sign yourselves up to get one of the first wave of Lantern Legacy, or more than a brick, maybe a case, maybe 2 cases. But no matter how much you buy, do it through your local shops. Keep local stores alive. Thank you to HyperRPG for letting me hang out here. Thank you to Joe back there for the 1s and 2s. And again, like I said, thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching these. This is one of my favorite things to do in my life. Volunteer my time for this, researching, looking at the outside of the box, trying to figure out what clues I can, going back and reading some of my favorite Green Lantern stories, which I might not get to read again unless I have this to do with you all. I mean, my wife, quite frankly, might be like, what are you doing? No, you can't read comic books for the next 6 hours. But since it's a job, you know what? I can read Green Lantern comics for the next 6 hours. And that's all because of you guys. Thank you so much. We're over a decade of doing this now. And I cannot thank you guys enough for the time that you've spent with me. That's going to do it for Lantern Legacy. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Tell me below what your favorite character I pulled over the course of this entire week was, and I will mix it up with you in the comments. I will also see you next time for our next big HeroClix unboxing series, whenever they may be. But until then, as always, thank you, and may all your rolls be critical hits.